Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Wednesday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather, and sports. I am Glenora Shipura. Getting into the news tonight, City of Windhoek Deputy Mayor Joseph Wapingene speaks about the tourism events that Namibia will host this year, stressing the importance of such engagements. He said this during his welcoming address at the official opening of the 2024 Tourism Expo, which will run from today, the 24th of April, until the 26th of April, this Friday. Let's take a look.
The Aviate Desk Africa, the leading platform dedicated to enhancing connectivity to form and within the African continent, to be hosted by the Namibian Airports Company in June 2024. I'm also informed that this annual forum will bring together influential stakeholders, including airlines, airports, tourism boards, government officials, and industrial experts to foster collaboration, forge strategic partnership, and explore opportunities that will deliver new air routes across Africa.
Still on the Tourism Expo official launch, the CASA Secretariat CEO Dr. Nyambe highlights some of the resources, conservancies, and national parks found in the CASA area. He highlighted this during his address at the official opening of the Tourism Expo currently taking place at Windhoek Country Club and Casino. Esther Kamati contributed this video.
All development and conservation initiatives, including those related to tourism, have to be socially, environmentally, and economically sustainable. To this end, CASA partner states are keen on smart investments in the tourism sector, capitalizing on the natural, cultural, and heritage resources which are the bedrock of the landscape's tourism offerings by ensuring the following, amongst others: maximizing the development of resources that unlock the value of their natural assets and cultural heritage resources, promotion of wildlife conservation and sustainable development by combating illicit trafficking and other natural resources in wildlife and other natural resources, and investing in tourism. Equitable agreements that benefit communities, because growth in the tourism sector ought to help economic development and beneficiation for the communities. Now, a journey through CASA takes you places more than words can describe. The opportunities for tourism across borders are unimaginable. From the Miombo woodlands of Quitocana Valley in Angola and the southern part of the very important resource wholly embedded in the Republic of Angola, the water towers, which feed the Zambezi, Quito, Kunene, Okavango, and other river systems, all the way to the shores of Lake Kariba in Zimbabwe, and the 19 national parks that you find within, more than 80 forest reserves, more than 100 game management areas, more than 20 conservancies. These are just part of the resources that you get within CASA. I've not mentioned Okavango Delta, I've not mentioned Sodilo Hills or Victoria Falls, which are draw cards, but very important World Heritage Sites.
Mines and Energy Minister Tom Alwindo delivered the keynote address at the opening of the Namibia International Energy Conference in Windhoek this morning. With recent oil discoveries, Namibia is emphasizing local contact and participation in the developing oil industry within the country. Let's take a look.
This is really an excellent opportunity, I think, that is really provided to us by Future Africa in order for us to celebrate the work that we are doing to grow our energy industry. As you can, of course, see, it is really a private sector-led event that brings us all together to collaborate in meaningful conversation that might not otherwise have happened. And I can really see, I think, the participants, I think there's probably much more than what we did have in the previous events. We are grateful also, for example, to have had the OPEC Secretary General to give us his message about what he think about what we are doing in Namibia. And I want to thank him for this message. And also just to ask Dr. Penyunaf, Head of Energy Studies at OPEC, to please pass our thanks to the Secretary General for having given us that message. Now, it is probably really an understatement if we say that we are at the dawn of an energy revolution that will transform the Namibian economy. The oil discoveries in the Orange Basin suggest the biggest oil yield ever found in sub-Saharan Africa. And it's very, very exciting. But I must also hasten to add that we are still assessing the commercial viability of these exciting finds. However, we are confident that the early projections we provided will prove accurate, and that we need to prepare for a hydrocarbon bounty that will turn Namibia into a major oil and gas producer. It is also our belief that there is still so much to be discovered, both in the Orange Basin and in other locations. For example, Namibia's offshore Baufish, Luteris, and Namib basins hold tremendous promises, yet are mostly unexplored. And I'm happy that most of you are looking for those opportunities. So certainly, I think as NJ did say, we certainly still have a large area that is still unexplored. So we are open for business, and it's our resolve to keep Namibia attractive for investment. Because it's only through investment, especially private sector investment, that we will turn our oil and gas opportunities into prosperity, as is the theme of this conference. However, the investors we seek to attract are those who agree that the investment must result into a mutually rewarding relationship that benefits both the Namibian people and the investor.
In our next story, swinging over to the coast, Walvis Bay Councillor Ephraim Shozi tabled a motion last night in a special council meeting stating that municipality must divorce Red Force stills.
Motion is clear unless we want to misunderstand my motion. I said Red Force must stop with immediate effect. Worship, just for further clarification, we know the legalities and the financials that will be discussed at the next step. But the motion before us has ended the Red Force occupation. Yes. We have divorced Red Force with immediate effect. Yes. The legal route and the financial implications will be the step after. But Red Force stop today. Yes.
Still on the same story, in a further update, the meeting quickly adjourned after Councillor Sarah Mutondaka stated that she wanted to address the narrative that IPC appointed Red Force.
I would like to first of all diffuse a narrative that is out there that IPC hired Red Force. IPC, nor its representatives are not administrators of Baufish Biomunicipality.
being of immediate effect. That is the rules. So can we please have order?
You can adjourn it. Let the vote is gone. If you do that, then you know. When you show your true colors, show your true colors. The mayor understands.
Medical aid funds made more than $411 million in payments to administrators in the 2022 to 2023 financial year. This amount does not include what the state's medical aid fund, the Public Service Employee Medical Aid Scheme, pays annually to MedHealth Namibia administrators. Now, during the period under review, Namibia Medical Care NMC paid MedHealth $125.5 million Namibian, while BankMed Namibia paid $9.6 million Namibian. Renaissance Health paid Prosperity Health $109.5 million Namibian, while GEM Health coughed up $3.3 million Namibian. Prosperity got a further $2.4 million Namibian from Napotol, while Namibia Health Plan NHP paid $126.5 million Namibian to MedScheme, and NAMED $34.3 million Namibian to Paramount. Now, according to a well-known law firm which sent official correspondence to the Registrar of Medical Aid Funds on behalf of a health service provider, it is an open secret in the industry that other persons are paid many millions of dollars in the form of dividends by these administrators. Elias and partners wrote that $411 million Namibian is a staggering amount, adding that it is not possible that this represents a fair cost to manage Namibian medical aid funds. The firm added that an efficient and very profitable mechanism was designed by administrators to circumvent a section of the law on medical aid funds which says no portion of any surplus realized by the fund in any financial year shall be distributed to its members or any other persons. It is clear that medical aid funds are prohibited from distributing any surplus through the fund to any other persons. The administrators clearly fall under any other persons, the letter read. Now, Ellis and partners further warned that paying excessive fees to an administrator with the intention of generating significant profits and then paying huge dividends to the administrator's shareholders is clearly illegal under the circumstances. If the payment of large amounts of administrative fees to administrators over many years had not happened, medical aid funds would have a huge surplus in investment and the current financial pressure would not exist, it said. In our next story, OPEC ready to support Namibia. OPEC Secretary General Hatif Al-Ghayes today said the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries is excited about a future potential partnership with Namibia. Al-Ghayes spoke this morning during the Namibia International Energy Conference taking place in Windhoek. My message is that OPEC stands ready to support Namibia in the exciting new chapter in this development. We would be happy to intensify cooperation with Namibia across a broad range of fronts. We are excited about a future potential partnership between OPEC and Namibia and encourage future investors to look at Namibia and the abundant potential there, stated Al-Ghayes. On the other side of the break, we take a look at our community talk.
Connection. It's in the human touch, the feeling of belonging. It inspires us and empowers us, creates clarity from complexity. It starts new conversations, unlocks the power of advice, and makes an impact on your life. At Alex Forbes, we pioneer insight to provide you with advice that connects your decisions of today to your impact tomorrow.
In our community talk, Namibia Media Holdings, in partnership with the Chinese Embassy in Namibia this morning, donated 9 boxes of photocopying paper to 3 schools in the Hangwena region. The benefiting schools are Nahas Ndeva Primary School, Ongala Combined School, and Shingunguma Primary School. Each school received 3 boxes containing 5 reams, which is equivalent to 7,500 photocopying papers. The donation handover took place at the Ohangwena Education Directorate's offices in Enhana. The initiative is extended to all 14 regions. The following videos shows Isaac Hamatiwa, Ohangwena Education Director, who expressed his utmost gratitude towards Namibia Media Holdings and the Chinese Embassy in Namibia for the donation, along with Abisai Haidua, the principal of the Ongala Combined School, and Grace Hamuteni Musheko, the principal of Shingunguma Primary School, who also expressed their utmost gratitude for the donation. Let's take a look.
Yeah, well, we are here at Ohangwena Directorate of Education, Arts and Culture Office, receiving a donation from the Namibia Media Holdings in partnership with the Chinese Embassy, whereby they have donated 9 boxes of photocopy papers to 3 of our schools. We really appreciate the donation. This is a show of how strong friendship can go, and also the commitment, a show of the commitment by the Friends of Education and stakeholders to meeting the government halfway. We really appreciate the donation. It is going to go a long way in facilitating learning and teaching and contribute to positive results at our schools. So we appreciate it, and this kind of type of kindness should go as we forge to ensure that the Namibian child is educated. Thank you so much, Namibian Sun, Namibia Media Holdings, and the Chinese Embassy. Together we educate. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Mr. Absai Haidua, Principal for Ngala Combined School, Ohangwena Secretary, Ohangwena Region. On behalf of Ngala Combined School, I would like to thank the Namibian Media Holding and the Chinese Embassy for donating us 3 boxes of photocopy papers. And these papers will benefit the learners who are schooling at our school. And we really appreciate this donation. Thank you very much.
All right, I am Grace Homateni Musheko, the principal of Shingunguma Primary School in Ohangwena Secret, Ohangwena Region. Our school have received a donation of boxes of photocopy papers, and I would like to extend my appreciation to these 2, Namibia Media Holdings, together with the Embassy of China. So I would like to advise them further that these type of donations are crucial and needed to the schools, and I'm sure they will make a difference. Let them also proceed on helping us and others. Thank you.
Let's now take a look at our economic news. Tourist inflows still look promising and set for further growth in 2024. During the period spanning January to February of 2024, the collective number of international arrivals at various nationwide airports amounted to 71,584 passengers, showing an increase from the 57,921 passengers recorded during the corresponding period in 2023. However, it is noteworthy that these figures, while showing improvement, remain lower than the pre-pandemic benchmark of 88,907 passengers observed in 2019 on a monthly average. The first 2 months of 2024 saw 35,792 arrivals compared to an average of 28,961 in 2023, indicating a sustained positive momentum. In March 2024, the occupancy rate across hospitality establishments nationwide reached 49.2%, showing an increase from 36.4% in the previous month and 43.7% in March 2023. The average occupancy rate for the first quarter of 2024 was 40.3%, compared to 54.0% in the previous quarter and 37.5% in the same period of 2023. March 2024 saw the coastal areas of Namibia achieving the highest occupancy rates, peaking at 55.3%. This was closely followed by the central regions, which posted rates of 53.9%, and the southern areas at 49.5%. Conversely, the northern regions experienced the lowest occupancy with a rate of 45.8% in March 2024. A total of 26,533 rooms were sold, marking a year-on-year increase of 19.1% and also the highest number of rooms sold nationwide since October 2023. Leisure tourism remains the cornerstone of the industry, drawing 93.1% of all visitors in March 2024. The segment for the business travelers also showed growth, increasing to 6.5% from 4.7% the previous month, while conference attendees made up a modest 0.4%. Analyzing the demographics of March's visitors reveals a predominance of Europeans, who constituted 56.3% of the total. This is all according to Simonis Storm. Now let's take a look at our economic indicators. The Namibian dollar trades against the British pound at 23.85, against the euro at 20.54, against the US dollar at 19.22 Namibian dollars and 65 cents gets you one Chinese yuan. On the commodities market, copper went up while gold, platinum, and Brent crude oil went down. Brent crude oil trading at 0.40%, going for $87 and 98 cents per barrel. Argentina has asked Interpol to issue an arrest notice for the Iranian Interior Minister Ahmed Vahidi. The request comes less than 2 weeks after a court in Argentina held Iran responsible for the 1994 attack on a Jewish community center in Buenos Aires, in which 85 people were killed. Mr. Vahidi was in Pakistan earlier this week as part of an Iranian delegation, which is now in Sri Lanka. Argentina said it had also asked the two countries to detain Mr. Vahidi. The Argentina Foreign Ministry said in a statement that Interpol had issued a so-called red notice. While a red notice alerts police in member countries about internationally wanted fugitives, it does not constitute an arrest warrant. Interpol cannot compel police to arrest someone for whom a red notice has been issued. It is up to the member country to decide whether to make the arrest. The Iranian delegation, which includes President Ibrahim Raisi, arrived in Sri Lanka earlier on Wednesday. However, AFP news agency reported that Mr. Vahidi was not seen accompanying the president upon arrival in Sri Lanka. Now, after this short break, we'll take a look at our weather predictions. Getting into our weather predictions for tomorrow. Katima Mulilo can expect sunny weather conditions with a minimum of 14 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 35 degrees Celsius, while Oshakati can also expect sunny conditions with a minimum of 17 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 34 degrees Celsius. Arians Flay can expect partly cloudy with a minimum of 19 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius. Let's take a look at the sports news with Jess Karoitha.
Good evening and welcome to the Sunset News Sports section. I am Jesse Jackson Kauraitha. The 10th Swakop Open Championship for all styles of karate in Namibia took place in Swakopmund. The MTC Dome was a hive of activity and buzz recently, with karatecas from all over the country attending the 10th Swakop Open Championship for all styles of karate in Namibia, hosted by the Japan Shotokan Karate Association, Namibia. After the conclusion of the traditional discipline, the sport karate participants, 158 members consisting of 5 different styles of karate in Namibia, competed for medals and to be champions in their respective age categories. The Windhoek Sages brand proudly hosted the highly anticipated National Sage Golf Tournament, sponsored by Momentum, for the 6th consecutive year. The event drew a field of 60 skilled players, showcasing a healthy increase from the previous year's 50 participants. Representatives from Swakopmund, Walvis Bay, Okahanja, Mariental and Windhoek congregated at the prestigious event, highlighting the widespread appeal and camaraderie fostered by the Sage community.
And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Do make sure to find your way at the Windhoek Country Club and Casino for the Windhoek Tourism Expo 2024, currently taking place today until Friday, the 26th of April. From me, Glenn Rashipura, until next time.